Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank y'all for tuning in to another video. This time I'm in my car, but I was having a conversation earlier and I felt like this was a very important discussion and video to do for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys may be going through the same situation, and I've gone through this before in life, and I felt like it was important to share this with you guys. So some of you have goals that you want to accomplish. You may have things that you want to do, whether it's a job, whether it's a career, whether it's a business. There are many things that you want to accomplish, but for whatever reason, it's not that you don't know how to do that particular thing. A lot of times it's you not believing in yourself. Now, many times you may think in terms of, well, I just can't do it. But you don't really get down to the root of why you believe you cannot do this stuff. Or whatever this task is, or you believe you can't accomplish your goal. And unfortunately, sometimes it goes back to our childhood a lot of times. And it is that deep sometimes, you know. There's times to where you don't apply for a job, or you don't talk to that person that you want to speak to because of things that you've gone through in your childhood. So I wanted to really discuss a few different points about that. So as far as you thinking that you can't accomplish something, the first thing I want to go over is I want you to really think about this too, okay? I want you to think about, who was it in your life that told you that you couldn't accomplish something, right? And the thing is, there's times where you're like, oh, you know, there's haters, there's this and that, whatever. But sometimes it's not necessarily a hater. It's someone that is placing their doubt of maybe themselves onto you, and they're doing it out of love. They're telling you that you can't do something out of love because they want to protect you, but you're not them and they're not you. So if you have your mind set on accomplishing a goal, you have to respectfully, hey, listen, I understand that you say I can't do it, but I'm going to figure it out. And all that is just, you can't rely on that person for the support that you need to get to the next level. And that's why you need to get around other like-minded people who also have hopes and dreams and desires that they want to accomplish, because that person who may love you, right? A lot of times it's not people that's out here that's just hating. It's a person that you love and admire. They're like, hey, look, listen, out of protection, out of love, I don't think you can accomplish that. I don't think you can do that, right? And so I feel like it's important to first identify, who was it that told you that you can't do this thing, right? And once you identify that, then I want you to release that pressure from yourself, and release that spell on your mindset, and wake up to the fact that you can accomplish this goal. So there's no goals that you have that's bigger than you, okay? Dream big, but there is no goal that's bigger than you. So first, identify, who is that person that told you that? Because there's a reason why you're not really going full speed on your goals. And it may have started with that one person or a few people that you may have even loved and cherish every word that they say. And they're like, you know what? I don't think you can do this. And so though you halfway did it, in the back of your mind, you're like, they're probably right. So identify that person. All right, number two. It may have been other things that you have not accomplished in life. So you may have seen other people naturally be good at a particular thing, right? You're like, man, since I'm not as good as they are at this thing naturally, then maybe I shouldn't do it, right? You see how other folks may be really good at, whether it's academics or whatever it is, you are looking at them and you're comparing yourself to them, and you're saying, dang, I didn't accomplish this thing the way that they did at this level. We're the same age, I thought we're on the same level, but they're blowing me out the water. So I shouldn't even try, because if you got to be this good at this thing at this point, at this beginning level, then why would I even do it, right? I'm telling you now, that is the wrong mindset. There's many stories that you can give. Of course, there's a whole story of Michael Jordan. He got cut from his team when he was in high school. He used it as a chip on his shoulder, and you know, you guys can look up the rest of that story. But you should not compare yourself to others when it comes to you trying to accomplish your goals, right? Now, you can use it as fuel to move forward, but you shouldn't use that as a foundation or a standard to start, okay? You should be only look at other folks as fuel to move forward, but do not look at them to start, because everybody's different. There are some people that's taller, shorter, stronger, whatever it is to start off with, but you just have to build onto that. You may have to start off from -2 to get to 10, but look, they may have started off at 3. But look, if that person stays at 3 for years and you went from -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hey, look, you grew past that person, and because that person was naturally okay at the beginning, it doesn't mean that you should not start. You should build on top of what you already have, build your skill set, and from there, you'll be able to improve. So that's the second thing. What did you not accomplish, and what are you looking at that's like, man, I did not do as well as these other people, and they barely even tried and they did well, and I had to try really hard to not even do as well as it happens. It happens, okay? But whatever goals you have to work on them, and there are certain weak points that you have. You just may have to work harder at those particular things than other people. So keep that in mind, regardless of if you didn't accomplish something or it was a learning lesson in life. I want you to understand that you can accomplish your goals. You just have to sometimes work a little harder than others at a particular thing. And there are some things that you are good at naturally that other folks are looking at you like, man, if I was just as good as that person when it comes to doing this particular task. So I want you to think about that. All right. And last, there's times to where you may be thinking about, well, what gives me the right to want to accomplish this goal? What makes me think I can do this, right? It's like, I don't have the background of this person. I don't have the whatever of this person. So what gives me the right to do this? Well, I'm giving you the right now. All right. I'm giving you permission to be great. Whatever thing you want to accomplish in your life right now, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's flipping properties, whether it's applying for that job, whether it's going to college, going back to school, learning another language, starting a business, whatever it is, you got permission now. You watched the video, boom, and go ahead and like this video if it's giving you some value, and go ahead and subscribe as well. But I'm giving you permission right now to be great, and now you have permission to go and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Now that you have that, now there's no excuse. And I'll tell you this, and the reason why I really wanted to do this video is because I remember when I first started wholesaling, I was getting like non-refundable deposits, and things weren't just happening the way that I wanted it to happen. But I then had to get a mentorship, and I bring her name up a lot, Jennifer West Granhan. If you're watching this, thank you for your mentorship or your coaching program, because it was huge, man. Like the combination of your program and speaking to my wife, you guys together you guys made me realize that it wasn't a matter of me not knowing what to do. It was a mindset shift that I had to make, and understanding like, I am worthy of doing this. I am worthy of getting deals. I am worthy of being a real estate investor. I am worthy of accomplishing these different goals that I want to accomplish, right? And so with that, once I got my mind right with the coaching program, and once I spoke to my wife and strategized the best ways to put myself in front of as many people as possible when it comes to marketing, when I did that together, then it was like, okay, that was the block. It wasn't that I couldn't do what I was doing. It wasn't that. It's like I had a mental block, and sometimes you don't even know that it's there. You just have this cloud over you sometimes to where it's like, man, I don't know what it is. It's just not clicking. I'm doing everything that you tell me to do, but it's just not clicking. And then it's like, all right, well, did you do your calls today? I'm gonna get to it, man. It's just blah, blah. The reason why you're dragging your feet and not getting to it is because you don't believe that you could do it. You don't believe in it. You don't believe that you can actually do it. So sometimes you may be just going through the motions because you don't believe that you can actually succeed at this thing, right? But I'm telling you right now, all right, you can succeed. You can accomplish this goal that you want to do. There are so many things that I have planned in the future, but because I made that mindset shift, there's so many great things I'm going to accomplish later on in my life, right? I'm doing great things now, but there's a lot of great things I want to do in the future. But if I never made that shift, I would have always thought to myself like, well, why would I even want to do that? Because I'm just going to fail anyway, right? Well, maybe I'll just do a little bit and I'll just get a little taste, but I'm gonna hop out anyway because you got to make that shift. You are great enough, you are worthy enough to accomplish this goal. So don't think that you cannot do it, okay? First off, you can do it. It's just a matter of knowing how to do it, all right? So the know-how, that's the easy part, but the tough part is believing that you can, all right? The next step is then looking for mentorships, ebooks, courses, finding basically mentors, folks that have already gone down the path that you're trying to go down, okay? And you contact them, you get whatever products that they're selling, whether it's a coach, whatever it is, you learn from other people that have done it. And even if it's somebody that's doing part of what you want to do, if there's this huge thing that you want to do, find people who have done small parts of what you're doing, group all that together and move forward. All right. So again, just to go through it, if you're having doubt on the reason why you can't do something, first think about who was that person or who are those people that told you that you couldn't do it, right? Identify that and squash that, move that. Those people don't matter. All right. You may love them, hey, so-and-so, I love you, blah, blah, but hey, that doubt that once you identify it, then you can be like, dang, that is the reason why I didn't do that. That did carry on into other parts of my life, right? And once you have that doubt and once you identified those people, now you can go on to the next level. And then I want you to think about those other things that you didn't accomplish in your life. You tried something, you may have halfway done it, and a lot of times the doubt that was placed on you, maybe as a child, carried on in different parts of your life, and you thought that you couldn't do something, so you just halfway did things, and it made you fail at that thing. The doubt that you had before made you halfway do something, which made you fail, and it further convinced you that you couldn't accomplish something. So it's huge, man. And I want to tell everybody out here, when it comes to speaking negatively to people or whatever it is, I understand there's a whole idea of, oh yeah, well, think positively, don't worry about, like, sometimes it hurts, man. Like when folks are telling you that you can't do something, when folks are speaking negatively about you, it does affect you. And sometimes it just takes an individual, several people, or later on in life for you to get a hold of somebody and they let you know, like, no, you actually sweet. Look at the things that you've done. And this is easy. This part right here, this part is easy for you. You sweet at this, man. This is awesome. So surround yourself with people that speak positive things into you. And lastly, you got permission to be great, man. You got permission to be great. Do not wait for other people to tell you that you're good enough to do something. You're good enough right now. You're good enough to start. And that's all you need to do. Start, and you will figure the rest of the items once you get there. So again, thank y'all so much for watching another video. If this video brought any value to you, go ahead and like this video, and please subscribe so that you're notified of whenever we have another video that's being posted. And in the comments below, go ahead and let me know, what are some things that you feel are holding you back, right? What are some things that you were probably told as a child or later on in life? What are some of those things? And the way that this channel is made, we're vulnerable on here, right? We talk about what's actually going on. We talk about how we actually feel, and we really get down to the root of why we are successful at things and why we're not successful at other things. So on here, judgment-free zone. If anybody's talking crazy, I'll delete them, block them. You'll never see them again. So go ahead below, comment some of the things that were negatively said about you and how you overcame those things, or if you have not overcome them. All right, and I may do something later on with that. I may bring some people on, whatever. But for now, I want to really start this dialogue and letting you guys know that you are great. You can do great things, and I look forward to posting a lot more videos like this, and not just giving you guys steps on wholesaling and real estate, but really getting down to the mental aspect of why haven't you gotten your first deal? Why haven't you gotten to that next step? Because a lot of times it's not a matter of you not knowing what to do. It's the reason why you're not following through, and you're just kind of going into different things in and out, kind of here and there, whatever, tasting this and that. There's a reason why you're not being consistent with it. And a lot of times it's a mental thing. So thank y'all again for watching this video, and go ahead and subscribe and like this video and click the bell so that you're notified of whenever I post another video. Until next time, see y'all later.